Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you search the internet for setting and accomplishing goals, you would find millions of articles and videos on the topic where people share some common tips like write down your goals or write down the whys behind why you're setting the goals for yourself and have an accountability partner, etc. And if you believe in the law of attraction and energies and frequencies, then you would believe that telling your goals to others will help you manifest it quicker. Plus, you get this surge of happiness when somebody appreciates you for setting this goal for yourself. And because of all of this, most of us usually end up stating their goals to others. So, in today's video, we will discuss if you should tell your goals to others from my personal to law of attraction to scientific perspectives. Imagine meeting your friend for coffee after a long time. You chit-chat for a while and then your friend asks you, what are your plans for future? Now, you start telling them all about the goals you set for yourself. Listening to all your plans, your friend praises you, and listening to the appreciation, you feel so proud and happy. You feel as though you've almost already achieved your goals. Now imagine that after working on a goal for about 3 months, you did not complete it and then you left it in the middle. The reason could be anything. Maybe you find that this isn't exactly what you want, or maybe you are no longer interested in it. Maybe you had a more important project to work on than this one, or there could be any other reason because of which you basically stopped working on this goal. Now, when you meet that same friend of yours and then they follow up on your goal, no matter how positive person you are, you will feel a bit bad for not accomplishing that goal. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to tell you that you should not set goals for yourself, or that you should not experiment, or that you should feel guilty for not accomplishing a goal that you no longer have interest in, or feel guilty that what you thought you liked isn't exactly what you want. In fact, I encourage you to experiment as much as you can to find what you really love doing, especially in your 20s, because you can experiment all that you want because you have no responsibilities and all the time and chances to try new things out and to take risk and to fail and then get back up, and you get the point. All that I'm suggesting here is that you should try and refrain yourself from telling your goals to others before you even start working on that goal, so that you avoid feeling bad in front of others in case you figure out that goal is not really what you want. And more so because of the following reasons that I'm about to share. Law of attraction is all about energies. The kind of energy you emit is the exact kind of energy that you will attract back into your life, and you will manifest something which is on the similar frequency that you are emitting. The law of attraction teachers suggest that you believe what you want is already yours, and I completely agree with that. Then we start telling our goals to others, thinking that we are putting our intention out into the universe, we are emitting positive energies, and as a result of this, we are going to manifest our desires quickly. It might actually work for a lot of people, but it doesn't work for the most of us. So many times it happens that when we are sharing our goals with others, we usually come across people who are very skeptical and negative about our goals, or the type of goal that we have set for ourselves, or how we're going to accomplish it. They will literally make us count things that can go wrong, which strategies of ours can fail, how we cannot accomplish our goals, or how we can end up humiliating ourselves. Now, all this negativity and these negative thoughts, they get stuck in our head, and by if any chance a tiny thing goes wrong, or we face some delay in getting the results, or one of our many strategies fail, these negative thoughts that were put in our heads, they become prominent beliefs. We start seeing these situations as proofs of whatever that person told us, and we start believing that we just cannot do it. Purely talking from a law of attraction perspective, all of this is creating contradiction. I mean, first, we are putting out all the positive energies out into the universe for our goals. We visualize having already accomplished our goals, we feel so happy about it, and we do all those good things. And then we first accept the negativity that is thrown at us, and not only this, we also start believing those negative things. And then all this negativity gets stuck in our heads, and we subconsciously start sending negative signals out into the universe. Now, all this contradiction for sending positive energies and positive thoughts about your goals out into the universe, and then sending all these negative thoughts and energies, all of this really confuses the universe about what you really want. And this is why your manifestation gets delayed and you do not see the results that you want. And then obviously you think that the law of attraction does not work. All of this happened because you first shared your goal with somebody and you gave them the permission and the opportunity to put all this negativity in your head. To save yourself from all this trouble, it is always a good idea to make vision boards, to visualize, to do affirmations, to journal, or whatever your law of attraction practice is. Do all of this in private. And now it's time to look at what the science and the scientific research has to say about this. But before we start discussing the research, I want you to go back to the scenario that we imagined in the beginning. Remember how proud and happy you felt when you imagined your friend appreciating your goal? Well, Derek Sivers, who is a famous entrepreneur, in his TED Talk, he calls this feeling of pride and happiness social reality. So social reality is basically this feeling of happiness and pride that you feel after somebody acknowledges the goal that you have just told them about. And this happiness that you feel after telling somebody your goals, this happiness is very similar to the happiness that you would feel after accomplishing your goals. And what is it? You're asking, why does that matter? Well, let's take a look at the research to find out the answers. There was a study done in 2009 in which they took 169 people and they divided them into two groups. Let's call them A and B. Now they told both A and B to write down their goals. The twist was they told group A to sort of announce their goal in front of everyone, and they told group B to stay quiet and not tell anyone about their goals. Now they gave both the groups 45 minutes to work on their goals, and they also told them that they can stop working at any point in time before the 45 minutes are over. After the 45 minutes were over, they found that group B, they worked for an average of 45 minutes, and when they were asked about how much progress they made, they were pretty realistic about it, as in their estimate of how much work they have done was very close to how much work they have actually done. And they were also pretty clear about how much work they still had to do. On the other hand, group B worked for an average of 33 minutes, and when they were asked about how much progress they think they have made, they overestimated the work they have done, whereas in reality they did not do as much work as they estimated they have done. Plus, they had a lot of work to do, but they believe that they are quite close to accomplishing their goals. The reason why I'm sharing this research with you is because I want you to understand about social reality. It is not good for your goals. This social reality, or the happiness or the pride that you feel after somebody acknowledges your goals, it makes your brain feel like it has already accomplished the goal, and so it becomes less interested in actually working to make that goal a reality. This is why you feel like you don't have enough motivation. Your motivation withers out the moment you tell somebody about your goals and they appreciate you. So social reality, it decreases your motivation because after stating the goal, your brain feels like it has already accomplished the goal. So why would it be interested in actually putting in the work to accomplish the goal? Your brain is already feeling the same happiness that it would have felt if it would have actually accomplished the goal. Let me share another research with you. A very interesting paper was published in May 2009 issue of Psychological Science by Peter Goldwitzker, Pascal Shireen, Verena Michalski, and Andrea Seifert. I hope I'm pronouncing their names right. I'm sorry if I'm not. So they talk about identity goals in that paper, and according to them, identity goals are the goals that ultimately influence a person's concept of who they are. So goals like career choices or becoming a good parent or committing to a hobby, all these influence who you are as a person. Again, let's take the very first scenario that we imagined as an example to understand about this. Let's say that you tell your friend Joy that you plan on becoming a teacher. Just by telling Joy that you want to become a teacher, you now know that she's already seeing you as one. So you've already achieved a part of your identity goal by telling Joy that you want to be a teacher. Now, this decreases your chances of actually working hard in trying to achieve that goal. You see, you wanted to become a teacher because a part of it is actually being seen as a teacher by others. So now Joy is already seeing you as a teacher. Now, do you think that your brain would be interested to work hard in becoming a teacher when Joy is already seeing you as a teacher? I hope you're getting my point. If you are, then make sure to comment yes in the comment section below. Peter, Pascal, Andrea, and Verena, they did another research in which they had students who wanted to become psychologists, and they asked them to list 2 things that they would do in the next week that would help them achieve that goal. Now, they divided these students into 2 groups, and here's what they did. They asked group 1 to write down their goals, and an experimenter read out their goals out loud and acknowledged them. And they told group 2 that this task of writing down their goals was given to them by mistake and that no one would be looking at it. A week later, they contacted students of both the groups and asked them to recall the task that they wrote for themselves, and then they asked them how much time they have actually spent on completing those tasks. They found that group 1 spent less time pursuing their goals as compared to group 2. They also did a number of follow-up studies, and the results were always the same, so that ruled out any other kind of explanation. So these researchers concluded that sharing your goals with others, it creates a premature sense of completeness. You may feel a sense of pride by sharing your goals to others, but that sense of pride, that feeling of pride, it does not motivate you. This might leave you with a couple of follow-up questions. Let's discuss a few. Should we write our goals, and will that help in achieving them? The answer is yes. When you write down your goals, you see the gap between where you are and where you want to be. When you see this gap, you feel this compelling need to close this gap, and this motivates you to take action to reach where you want to be. But when you tell your goals to others, this gap kind of closes because artificially you feel the same way that you should have felt after achieving your goal. Okay, and what about having an accountability partner? Let's be honest here for a minute. Do you really think that somebody would be able to take time off from their busy schedule to keep you accountable? I'm not saying that your friends aren't your well-wishers, but let's be real here. Your friends, they also have a life, and they are also as busy as you are, if not more. So they would be more than happy to congratulate you when you achieve something, or they would be more than happy to give you good advice, but taking time out from their busy schedule every single day to keep you accountable, someone like that is really hard to find. Unless you find me. But unless you find somebody who would be more than happy to keep you accountable on a daily basis, then go ahead and make them your accountability buddy. And remember that you would only need just one accountability buddy to keep you accountable. So I think it would be a good idea to not tell your plans to everybody else. Whoa, that was a lot of information. And one very famous saying sums it all up. Work in silence and let success make the noise. Now it's your turn to let me know if you have ever shared your goals with anyone and if you were then able to achieve them. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel by pressing this button right here, because I make videos on personal growth, productivity, and lifestyle. If you like this video, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like these two as well, so make sure to check them out. I will see you soon in the next video. Till then, keep loving, keep dreaming. This is Ruchika Srivastava signing off.